Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay. Today we're testing out the brand new Byredo makeup collection. I purchased all of this myself because I wanted to review it for you guys. So none of this was sent to me. I put a lot of money into this. So first off, let's just start with what this line is all about. This is from Byredo. They do make fragrances and they just came out with a makeup line, which is a collaboration between a makeup artist. I keep forgetting his or her name, I'm not sure, but I will put it in the description below if you guys want to read on the site. But I believe they're a makeup artist and they collab to make this makeup line. So before we get into this, if you guys aren't already subscribed, I would love to have you, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy at any point. And I looked at my statistics and over half of you guys are not subscribed, so please do so. It really helps me out, so just hit that subscribe button. So here's the box that it came in. I was pretty surprised to see that it came in like a very nice box. I'm definitely going to keep this and store little trinkets in it. I already have my whole base on clearly because I just wanted to focus on these products. They did come wrapped up pretty nicely as well. They were all individually wrapped in plastic, which I had already unboxed. I did that over on my Instagram. So I believe I have every single product in the collection besides the lip balm, just because I didn't really feel like buying a lip balm because I have a lot of them already. I just wanted to test all sort of the main products here. So let's just go ahead and dive into it. I'll go over each product briefly and then we'll apply them to the face. So the first product from the line, I picked up 3. These are called their color sticks, which are multi-use. You can use these on your eyes, lips, and cheeks, I believe. These retail for $30. It says that they're easy to blend, buildable coverage, comfortable and lightweight texture. They're called a dry cream stick and they are vegan formulas, or at least that specific shade. Okay, so not every single one of these products are vegan. They just list on the site which shades are, which I think is helpful if you're trying to stick to that. Next we have the Space Black Mascara, which is $45. I did not realize it was that much. That's pricey, but this claims to be buildable, humidity resistant, high definition, vegan, 85% natural, and long lasting. So the majority of this line does use natural ingredients as well. And then we have the lipstick here, which is $42, and I picked up the shade Earth Dust. And then lastly, we have the eyeliner in Technical Black, which retails for $40, vegan, very long lasting. Intense Black, 99.2% natural, precise applicator, and transfer proof. Yes, darling. All right, so first up are the color sticks, which seem to be magnetizing themselves together, but these are in this very nice silver packaging. Looking at these, I thought they were gonna be like in metal packaging because this seems to be more luxury type of brand, but they are either very lightweight metal or plastic. I don't know, they're just not as weighted as they kind of seem like they're going to be. I have 3 shades here. I have Ancient, La Seine, and Sick Pink. 2 of these are more neutral bronzies, and then I did get a more bold color, and they do just roll up in their pretty basic cream shadow packaging. This is the shade Ancient, which is I feel like one of my favorite shades that I picked up. It's this burgundy, it leans a little bit purple and has a gold sheen through it. I'm sure it's described better on the site, but who's got time for that? And the next shade is La Seine, which is a bronze. It's actually very coppery, has a very like orange base to it, which I love, and then also has this gold sheen to it. And lastly, we have Sick Pink, which is a very bright fuchsia magenta. I can't tell exactly what type of pearl it has to it, maybe more of like a blue tone. All of these are metallic finishes. I don't think they have any that are matte. They're all just this sort of satin look to them. So I have put these on my eyes once before just to get a feel for the formula. So we're gonna just start putting them on and create a look with these. I'm gonna attempt to use every shade. So I'm going to start with, actually I'm gonna start with this lighter bronze, La Seine. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but my best attempt, which is this like copper shade. So I'm just going to start swiping this on my lid. I do have concealer and a light layer of powder on my lids already, by the way. And I did try them on my bare lid the first time I used them. I'm gonna start with this amount and see where that gets me. The one thing I like notice about these that I thought was really weird is that they are scented. Like they just have a very slight perfumey scent, which I would definitely prefer it not to have for an eye product. And the ingredients did say it had fragrance in there. So if you have sensitive eyes, I'm not sure if your eyes would like that. It really depends. You might just have to try it and see. But now I'm just taking a ColourPop E17 brush and blending this in. These are very creamy eyeshadows. They're not dry. They don't really seem to need to be warmed up either. They just glide right on. I'm just using this and blending it out. So you can probably tell just by watching me apply that, but it blended out super easily. Definitely didn't keep the same pigmentation as when we first apply it. It really just gave me a wash of color. I will try to build them up as well, but let me go ahead and do this other eye. So with that shade blended out, it seems to reveal the base color of it, which is very much orange. You know, that doesn't exactly look like what I have on my eye. I think we will try to build it up a little bit more just to see what happens. I'm just using that same brush, and instead of blending it, I'm just tapping it in. I think that did build it up a little bit, not really though, only in the slightest, just giving me like a washout color type of look. Next, I'm going with the shade Ancient, which is this deep burgundy-esque shade. I'm gonna put this on my lid, kind of the same placement I just did. So what I'm going for is for that lighter bronze to be a transition, and then we'll do something a little smoky with this. It's not the most precise application, but that's all right. So far, I really enjoy how blendable they are. You could probably just use your fingers with these and be done in like 2 seconds. So that's what it looks like blending out. Sort of oddly similar to the previous shade. I did use the same brush, so that might have been why. But as they blend out, if that's what you're going for, you're not going to get this much pigment out of them unless you really concentrate it. And they're giving me a very dewy finish too. So the last shade I have here is, let's see, Sick Pink, which is the fuchsia. And for this, I'm going to layer it closer to my lash line. And I'm not going to blend it as far up as those other two shades. The shade's probably super pretty on its own. For that shade, I really made sure to press it in instead of swiping it to get the most pigment out of it. But I think I'm going to go back in with, like, losing the shades here. It'd be nice if they had like a color-coded label on the bottom so it's easier to find. But I'm going to go back in with Ancient, which is the deep burgundy. I just really want to deepen this up. Here's what we have for the eye look so far. It's giving me very grunge vibes. I did create more of a winged effect on the outer edge just using the extra product. They're very like dewy as you can see, but they do feel lightweight. I agree with the claim of that. It's not very sticky, like my lids don't feel like they're sticking together or anything weird like that. So I do like the effect, not something I usually go for, and it seems like it's gonna crease, which it didn't say that they were crease proof. So we'll see how everything works out in the end. For my lower lash line, I took the brown shade, just applied it directly there, and I'm gonna use the same brush and the product that's left over on that brush to blend this in. Taking the burgundy shade again with a tiny little flat shader, I'm gonna concentrate this closer because those have a round applicator. It's definitely difficult to get closer to the lash line. So I think that's all I'm gonna do with these color sticks on my eyes. I don't want it to be too like muddy if I keep layering up the products. These don't really like wow me. They're a nice creamy formula and they are dewy. So if you're someone who wants something long wearing, like I do have slightly hooded eyes as well, if you guys can tell. They're not fully hooded, but I do get a crease line pretty easily, and I noticed like even just now wearing them for a couple minutes, they start to crease because they're an emollient formula. So as I mentioned, if you're looking for like a matte or long wearing look, these aren't going to be for you. I will try one of these shades on my cheeks, and then I think we'll use one for my lips too. I do have a lipstick, but we might try layering it up. But before we do that, I do have the two eye products to use, starting with the Technical Black Eyeliner, which comes in this mossy green. Is that moss? More like seafoam green, that's what I meant. So this have a felt tip on it. I don't really prefer felt tips, but trying this on my hand, I was able to get it pretty thin. It looks like it has a nice point and shape to it. So of course the best way to test an eyeliner is with a wing, so I'm going to do that on both of my eyes. My kind of like question with this is, I wonder if because the shadow is emollient, is it going to make this smudge, even though it might be a long wearing formula on its own. Same with the mascara. I'll have to continue and test it out and like update you guys in future videos or descriptions. It's definitely like an interesting vibe. Like, does the shadow work with a liner? It's like a whole collection. Do you think products and collections should work together, or is it fine if they only really work on their own? Let me know below. Eyeliner is done using this. They're sisters, not twins. I'm not sure I'm loving this. I like the formula. It's super opaque, and it was, I would say this is the most precise felt tip I've ever used. It was pretty simple. I don't like how they get like all over my lashes though, like felt tip formulas. So I would say the verdict is kind of still out on if this is worth what, $40 that it is. I'll also have to see if it transfers because the shadow's emollient. You can see that my shadow is creasing already. But let's move on to the mascara because it looks very interesting. Here's the mascara. It looks like, I don't even know what. Definitely the most unique mascara I've ever seen. This is just called the Space Black Mascara. And the brush of this is super like short. I opened it and I was like, what? Like I was not expecting that. It is a like plastic bristle little spiky brush. So let's see how this sucker works. It's actually really pretty. That was just one coat. So there's about 2 coats. It's really thickening and lengthening and separating, which I absolutely love. Like if this wears well, I think it would be one of my favorite mascaras, but only if it does wear well. We'll see. It looks gorgeous. I love this type of just lengthening look. It's not getting clumpy either. I really built it up. Like a little bit on this side, I went in with a lash comb, but like it looks really good to me. I hope that this wears well. Seems to be one of my favorite things from the line so far. Gorgeous look. I almost forgot about this, but I wanted to use the shade Sick Pink on my cheeks today to see if we can get it to work as a blush because they do claim to be multi-use products. So I just built up on my hand here a lot of the product, and then I'm just using a Luxie contouring brush. I'm just working it in, making sure it's evenly distributed. And let's see, I have powder on my face, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work well. Okay, that's actually pretty. That's too much though, so let me blend this in first. It's actually a really pretty blush color. It didn't seem to pick up on my powder either. Like I have foundation and powder and bronzer on already along with powdered highlight, and it didn't seem to get patchy, and the finish is slightly dewy. I like how these aren't overly dewy. I feel like especially for the eyes it would be like just too much and it would not last at all. Like just a slight creasing I don't mind if that's a look I'm going for. We'll definitely have to see with testing these out even more. I will continue to test these. This is being pre-filmed, so I'll have some time, and when you guys watch this video I'll put a comment, I'll pin it at the top with my thoughts on the wear time of everything. Last but not least, we have the lipstick to talk about, which comes in its own little bag. This feels very luxurious. I mean, the packaging is amazing as well. This is sort of what I was expecting this to feel like, but these definitely don't feel the same. This is very weighted and luxurious, and I decided to get the shade Earth Dust. They have both satin and matte formulas. This one is a satin, and I like ruined it with my nail when I first opened it. Really stunning. I would describe it as a nude pink. It's not too warm, like not too peachy or really too cool either. Seems like a very good like neutral shade, and I put this on already too because I couldn't wait. I really like it, so let me pop it on for you guys. I just quickly threw on a lip liner. This is a beautiful formula. It's so creamy when it goes on. Perfect amount of satinness to it. It feels like it's gonna stay put but also not slip off my lips at the same time. I love the shade. I think this is one of my favorites from the line. This and the mascara honestly stood out the most to me. This is like what I was expecting from the line, just the luxuriousness and the formula of it. I don't know, I feel like these color sticks are just, maybe I need to play around with them more. I wish they had more impact. They're more of a wash of color vibe, even as I tried to build them up. So we'll see with the rest of the products how it ends up. But if I were to like recommend 2 products right now, it would be the lipstick and the mascara if it does end up wearing well. All right, so here's our finished look using all the new Byredo goodies that I picked up. So just going over my thoughts again about the product. The color sticks aren't something that initially wowed me. They're giving me more of a wash of a color, grungy, dewy type of vibe, which is very interesting. I don't have anything similar like them in my collection. I'll have to continue to try them out and then see what I think from there. So I can't totally give you guys a set opinion yet. Next up is the eyeliner. Very black. It was actually really precise for a felt liner. For a liner in general, actually. Pretty expensive liner, which is hard for me to kind of get on board with because I feel like there's so many great affordable liners. So we'll see if this does anything miraculous throughout the day. But so far I'm just like, it's an eyeliner, you know? Something that did totally surprise me though is the mascara. The effect of this is stunning. I'm loving it. I really do hope it wears well. It is pricier, but if the mascara is really good, like I will continue to repurchase it, just like the Ilia mascara, because when something's good, it's good and I will want to continue using it. So yeah, I really hope this works out. Check in the comments below for my update on the wear of that. Moving on to the last product, which is the lipstick. I really enjoy this too. I think I would name this as my favorite of the collection. It's stunning. It really does look like a piece of art, and the shade and formula is so comfortable and plush. And by the way, these aren't like scented at all. It's kind of weird. The eyeshadows are more scented than the lipstick itself. I don't know, but love this. I don't know what else to say about it. I just really enjoy the formula. I feel like if you wanted to splurge on one thing from this collection, I would go with the lipstick. It's like a very pretty collector's item type of thing. So that was it for today's video. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about this new collection in the comments below. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. But thank you guys for watching my Byredo makeup review, demo, try on, all that jazz. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.